I need to see a chess piece, I think.
All right, I'm just about ready to start. How about you?
Yep. Burrs.
Woo! Oh,
What?
uh, I'm playing something causing an echo. I'll fix that before I do the transition.
Okay.
This is muted. Mute. Better? That's better. All right. And we are back.
Oh.
Candace is starting with a
Into it.
real awesome looking start to the queen. I'm pretty excited about that. And yesterday, we added to our basic project. We added a floor with some placeholder art. We got a jump. We got buttons around our player that let you change the jump. For example, this one's going to be the bishop themed jump, which is diagonal. We'll have to tweak it probably, but we got multiple jumps for diagonals, and then the rook can go up straight lines. And I fixed something off stream. I made the knight move kind of like a knight. And the knight's cool because he can jump over fences. This vertical piece is a fence. Let's see if it works. That's how you get through fences. Or like this. The up, for some reason, it's a little wonky. But horses are hard to ride in real life, and they're hard to drive in chess as well. And it does whatever he wants.
Oh.
So
Just walking through it too, huh?
that wasn't a walk. That was a sideways jump.
Oh, I see.
Once there's an animation for it, I think it'll be more obvious.
Okay, okay.
And it needs to require the L shape, because right now you could just do part of the horsey move and bail halfway through, which shouldn't be allowed. Whoa! Okay. So we got to train this horse. We might do that today.
We have to break it.
No, I want to train it with love. Breaking it's... I don't remember what movie I watched, but it
Breaking Bad.
wasn't Breaking Bad. That one's not about horses.
Are you sure? I haven't seen it.
It's about a horse named Bad who's got a crystal meth addiction
Whoa.
and a heroin addiction, because heroin's also called horse. All right. No more talking about drugs, because we'll have to change the Twitch category. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that for now.
What if they look more like a princess? Like they're really cute.
The queen?
Yeah.
I like it.
The pawn queen.
Well, it's after you become the queen, right? So
Yeah.
our theme is sort of, you start as a pawn that promotes to different pieces after fighting other
Yeah.
pieces, but
Un momento.
you'll be
Sorry.
funnier. Okay, bye.
Hello.
You might mute yourself, Candace.
Yep, that's right.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay, see you then. Bye. You too. Bye.
Oh, I was too slow.
Sorry, what was that?
No, I was just like, maybe I should mute you, so I tried to, but you
Oh.
had already hung up by the time I did.
Yeah, it was just a confirmation for a vet appointment.
Oh, okay.
For the
Only
goose.
personal information about our dog being leaked on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just so you know, though, if you listen close, I think both sides of the call can be heard,
Oh.
even
okay.
though you're not on speakerphone. So
That's good to know.
muting your mic is maybe best for in the future.
Noted.
Oh yeah, and something else, the knight can jump straight up as long as he wants to, which is not exactly what we wanted to. Why is this? Only YouTube multi-stream. Oh, it's the default one I set, I think. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so first thing I want to do is make it so that when you're a knight, you can't just jump straight up and fly forever. There's a lot of if statements here, and we're going to have to find the exact one. So I tried to make them stop moving here, but it looks like it just resets the jump. So let's find the main jump entrance, where if you're jumping, you're doing the jump. I think it should only start a new jump if the knight hasn't been moving. And this isn't the best place to put the logic, but I just want to see if it'll work. And I probably won't touch it if it does. So there was like a knight jump step equals 0. So we're not doing a new jump unless the knight hasn't moved, because after the knight starts going in a direction, we set that to 1, and when they change directions, we set it to 2. Well, let's see what happens. So we switch to knight by clicking this button. And we go up forever. Sweet. Did nothing. Handle special jump might do something too. Yeah. Alright, so we'll set a breakpoint, see why. So I do the jump and I expect this to break here. That's good. And then if I keep holding up, okay, it's not calling this again. So that's actually not the problem. It's just going. Oh, it eventually stops though. I didn't notice that before. So if I press space, I'm the knight. And then I think he'll fall down soon. Yeah, okay, so it does stop. Just not when I wanted it to. I want it to do this every time. But if you let go of the space bar, it stops. If I remove this, I think it's doing nothing, so I just want to get slightly make the code easier to read. So this should stop as soon as the first timeout happens. So I'll just do it off screen. Okay, so when the first timeout happens, we're about where I expected. And then for some reason it's starting the jump again if I hold up. So, or maybe it just keeps on going. I set it to 0 and it didn't do anything. And then it changes again. What if we do an else here? So if you don't press any direction, it should just set it to 0. Jump vector equals. Okay, let's start over. Without a breakpoint. We're a knight, and it still goes up too long. Does it ever go here? Doesn't. So this was supposed to be like you're holding up, and then you have to hold left or right. Hey, thanks for the follow. Art by Bethany1.
Hi.
It's nice to have you here.
We
Okay.
are doing pretty good, I think. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing good.
Some good productivity over the last few days on
Yeah.
our project.
I think it's... If I can solve this night jump pretty quick, then I'm really happy with our progress. Otherwise, I'm going to work on something else for a while to
Yeah.
build up some, you know, de-stress and fix my self-esteem.
Aw.
You're a graphic designer. Can we review your work?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not a graphic designer, but I'd be happy to take a look-see.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll learn something about graphic design. Um,
Do you have the Discord?
yeah, I'll grab the
Link?
Discord link. Give me a
Perfect.
second.
What's a good channel for them to drop it in? Oh,
Could just be general for now.
general or gallery?
Gallery. I want to put our stuff in the gallery.
Oh, okay.
Maybe other people can put theirs. I think we should have an advertising or like self promo channel, which I'll add probably later. Just because I do want to have a place for people to do self promo. Because it's so hard to find anywhere to promote your stuff. Invite link. Here. You're in Twitch chat. Okay. Here. This should bring you to the general channel in our Discord. Or we should also have a stream chat text channel.
Yeah.
For like anything regarding a specific stream. So I'll add both of those. Just a review, not just for ads. Yeah, well, yeah. Just in general, I wanted self promo to be a thing that people can do in our Discord, but not
I can do
everywhere.
a review channel too. I've had other people like ask for some animation feedback.
Yeah. I think it would be cool. Maybe we could do like, well, for now, just whenever people show up. But eventually, we could have like a Friday community review and just look at what other people are working on. Cause
Oh, that'd be fun. I need a review from you. Art by Bethany. Which of these do you prefer? Which of these queen player characters? I'm sort of leaning towards... Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't say, so that I don't mess with your opinion.
I got an opinion too.
You have an opinion?
I do.
Okay. I'd love to hear your opinion.
It actually depends.
Oh, it
Do we
depends.
want them all to be the same size?
I think we don't want them all to be the same size.
Because if they're different sizes, then the puzzles, like the platforming, could be like, okay, you can't get through here with the queen; they're too tall.
yeah,
or
they're
something.
too tall.
And the queen's not gonna like hunch over. That's not,
Of course not. She's dignified.
dignified. Yeah.
Do you think actually the bishop character should be able to get under places because his hat could like bend down or whatever?
Oh, maybe because they're less tall, right?
Yeah.
The queen. I like the one on the right.
Oh, you like the one on the right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I was thinking the one on the left maybe fits the rest of them better.
To be honest, the one in the middle is the one I was leaning towards.
Okay. That actually matches to the rest of the pieces too. It's a little bit goofier. Look.
What is it about the one on the right that you liked?
It's just like tall. It looks like fancy. Because you're turning into a queen and you're fancy, but like that's kind of not the theme we're doing. It's where maybe the enemy queen could have that aesthetic, but once you steal their disguise, they'll be like a little...
Yeah, but
So,
I like the smooth, like, the softness here for the player character, but I think for the enemy queen, we'll definitely want spiky spikes.
Yeah, so I think, and then the middle one also does fit the style of the rest of them a little better too, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's funny that you I picked all the ones that you didn't pick,
I'm sorry.
but
I
you've
should-
convinced me real quick.
Okay, cool. Maybe should I still ask for people's opinion if I have one that I'm sort of leaning towards?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Because if I say my thing and then you're like, no, then it's a data point that you really care about what you
That's
thought.
sort of true.
And then we can have a
I-
discussion about why. I think that's fine.
The only one about the one in the middle I don't like is this neck piece. I think it's too complicated.
And the eyes are different than all the other pieces. They were all dots,
Yeah, I gave them eyelashes.
which is okay
Although,
too.
to
I like
be
it.
honest, I sort of want to add eyelashes to the pony too now.
Heck yeah, I
Hang
love
on,
that. I love
let
that.
me just like add some and see how that looks.
Yeah. Okay. What was I?
Isn't that cute? Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. Yeah. Yeah, Nick Mana is Nick's
That's me.
Discord, yeah.
I think I might change it to Sleepy Goose Nick, so
Oh, yeah?
everybody knows that
It's less confusing.
like I'm one of the people on the Twitch stream.
You can change your server profile.
Yeah, just a server name. I'll do that later. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the one I wanted then. Oh, oops.
Handle jump, do jump, and then there's all these. We can remove this because it's useless. We're already doing this to do. And then oh, I need to figure out which if statement it goes into when we don't press any button and we just keep jumping up. So we'll set breakpoints in each one and see where it freezes. Doesn't go in any of them. Oh, because did I erase the else? Oh, this is the bishop jump. All my code looks the same.
Oh, Nick, I think she DM'd you
Oh,
with the
I'm very bad
work.
at DMing things. Okay. Do. Message request. It's not the same username. I had this one this morning.
For what?
I'm just not seeing the message request in Discord.
Oh, okay.
I can send it to Candace. Don't know why it's not working for me. Inbox. Nope. Oh, pending. Bethany. Friend request. I see it.
Man, is it only Tuesday today? I feel like
Yeah.
it's been a whole week already since we went bowling.
Alright. You should be able to message me now. Been a whole week since we went bowling. We went bowling like 2 days ago.
I know. Just feels like it's been.
Yeah. Oh. And by the way, for a review, sending it to Candace is probably best. Um,
Are you okay
she's-
if we share it on the screen, Bethany?
and we can share on the screen if you're okay with that.
Then we can both see it.
You can send it to me and I'll share it on the screen for Candace to see. But Candace is the one with the art education. I just write code and stuff. Okay. Now, handle night jump. All right. So in the timer, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. This is probably a bad place to add that, because it doesn't make sense. All right, we'll go here. We're at night and we're jumping, and it never goes there. What? Doesn't. Okay. Oh, I think this is what we actually want. We put this in the wrong spot. Maybe why I should clean my code up. Put that there.
You know, you say that it'd be better to get me to review it, Nick, but I think that what I always told people when I was getting reviews for animation from my coworkers that weren't animators, I always told them that they're like professional consumers. Like they're like consuming all the time. So I think that
Yeah.
they have a lot of experience consuming things and just being like, I either like this or don't like it.
It's true. I have over 10,000 hours of looking at logos and
Yeah, probably.
just from like going to Starbucks and stuff, but not 10,000 hours of critiquing it. So I probably would have a gut feeling about it.
Yeah,
I
and
might
I feel
not
like
be
that
able
gut
to
feeling could
explain
be
it.
valuable.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
think
fair.
that there was something that Bill Hader once said, which was if someone tells you something's wrong, they're right. If they tell you how to fix it, they're wrong.
Okay.
So even just being like, I like this one better than this one, I couldn't tell you why, is still helpful.
Cool. Okay, so I got it to stop going straight up, but it's still not moving like a knight. It should force you to move a certain direction. If you're pressing a direction, though, then it does work, I think. And then sideways and then up. Oh, sideways and then up doesn't really work. Oh, weird. It just automatically moves that. No, and then it sometimes automatically stops you from moving. Then you go up way too far. Not really what we're going for. Ooh.
What are you in about?
Oh, Bethany sent sent me a logo, and I'm just double checking that if you want it on stream, or we can just give feedback offline. Just let us know. Pretty easy to die in this game.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, when you're the knight, and the platforms don't really work with the knight. Oh, okay. We won't show it on stream then. In that case, yeah, well, if we reply back to you after stream, that's okay. I think.
I can look at it.
Sure.
Here.
And I'll just be careful not to show it on the other screen. I guess you're doing this contract work. Okay. Nice. Pretty interesting. My gut feeling is there's to everyone else watching, you can't see what we're doing. But
yeah, I think what you just pointed at is the only part that I'd critique.
The right bottom of the N, where it touches the G, there's a little, looks a little messy to me is all.
There's like a little gap in there. I think if you could get that line sort of like flowing into that up swoop of the G, that'd be really nice.
I would like that, yeah. And we can circle the part we're talking about if that's confusing and send it to you after the stream.
Yeah.
Other than that, I like it. I like, I've in the past tried to make a logo for my initials, which starts with an N. And I like that font.
Yeah. I think one more thing I would recommend, if this is like the way it's going to be shown to people, when compositionally the end part of the G that sort of looks like a J is like pointing off screen. Compositionally, I think that makes you look away from it, so it like sends your eye off the screen. So like if you can somehow swoop it up a bit more to send it back to like continue to loop in compositionally with the rest of the logo, that might help. But yeah, it looks really good. I like it.
It's very interesting. Uh, cool. Yeah, let us know if any of that wasn't clear. And yeah, after stream we can clear things up maybe with a diagram. How long have you been doing graphic design?
I hope that us describing it wasn't like a problem.
Yeah. What did I want to fix here? So you can get through this. Okay, that should be fixed. Shouldn't go up so much when you're at the end of the sideways jump.
Oh, 5 years. That's a long time.
Nice. Yeah, I think Candace was telling me, at least in the video game industry, the average career length is very short. I think less than 5 years.
Yeah, I think 5 years is like veteran status.
Yeah.
Or at least it used to be. I don't know if it's still that way.
Yep. I guess, yeah, it might be shorter. There's so many layoffs in the gaming industry.
I mean, true. I was expecting it to be longer.
Just because more time's passed.
Yeah.
It's true. Night jump timer timeout. Okay, and then at the end we just set it to 0. And then should start moving again. Didn't help anything. Awesome. Okay. Now what about this way? Stops, okay. Instead of stopping, can you go up? Okay, and then it just goes up forever. Similar to the problem we had before. Oh, I think it's because this didn't get set. I'm setting it in too many places. But I'm leaving. It's okay for now. Oh, that worked. That's kind of the way the knight's supposed to move. Like, not the right. It seems to go to... It's an L shape. Does it go too early? I guess there should just be a default up or down direction if you don't press the button in time. Like for the second part of the L.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do live together. I guess it might have been a little surprising where I just show up on Nick's screen. Yeah, he's working in the other room
Mhm.
of our condo.
It's almost like what are those there's YouTube videos where people are Omegle. Yeah, they're just chatting, like video chatting with people.
Oh yeah.
And then there's like fake ones where people edit it where they CGI someone, the person from the last message walks in, like someone threatens to kill the person and then they switch and then
Oh my god.
uh
You've been watching different ones than me. Mine are much more lighthearted.
it's making fun of the lighthearted ones
Oh.
where like someone will threaten or do something weird and then they'll have OBS do an overlay pretending like they switched away and then it'll be somebody else in the video and the person who's angry in the previous one like opens the door and keeps yelling at him.
Whoa.
And that kind of reminded me of this where you just show up behind me and
With
I expected it, but yeah, the viewers didn't. Yeah, there's other lighthearted ones. There's one where a guy plays guitar really well
Yeah.
and tries to get people's reactions.
And then a guy with a violin just walks in.
Oh, those are good too, yeah.
And then they go to the. Oh wait, wasn't it like the guy with the guitar? And then the next one's like a guy with a violin. And then the guitar walks back in the room and they do like a duet.
Yeah, and that's like the nice version of what I was describing. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how I want to do this bit.
So if you're not pressing a button, it shouldn't. Okay, instead of going to 0, it should go up, down, left, or right, depending on the first direction. So I guess we'll just have a default, so it's always the same. Maybe that'll be less confusing. More if statements are going to be awesome. So if you're going up, it'll default to left, I think.
Okay.
And then if you're going left, should it just do left from, if you're going straight, it'll go down. Let's see how that feels. And then we've got, should be an LF. Up, left, down, right. If you're going down, you go right. And then if you're going right, you're going up. I might do the opposite. So if you're a knight and you just go left, it should bring you up. And if you go this way, it brings you down. That could be annoying. I think it should just bring you up, because you're less likely to die if you go up. And then if you're going down or up, it'll just bring you left, because left, I think, is most likely the way you're going. The exit will probably be on the right. So here, without press, oh, not left, right. Right is what I meant. We're going left to right. At least that's how I'm used to video games, platformers doing it. So if you don't press a button,
Yeah.
it brings you that way. If you're going this way, it brings you up. If you're going this way, it brings you up. And okay, that's it. And then does it still work for other directions? It does. Right. What the heck? That worked. Why doesn't it work the other way? If I'm going right, now I want to go down. Should work. Did I just press it wrong? It won't let me do the second half downwards. Which should be right here. And let's just verify we're not getting there. And instead we must be going here. No. Are we getting here? Maybe my mappings are wrong. That is lies. I didn't press up. And so we're going, first action was right, that's true. Action press isn't up, so project settings, up is W. We're up, okay. And S is down. Oh, you know what?
What's up?
It's order of operations for logical operations.
Okay.
I need to put brackets here because it does the and first. See if that fixes it. Heck yeah, I got it. I'm gonna walk around a little bit in celebration. No, I died in the game.
Oh.
Part of getting it working was to fall through the floor and die.
Oh.
That's how I tested it.
Very cool.
All right. I would say that is a good time to do a git push. functionality to night jump.
Okay.
There we go. Now it basically works. Let's take a look at some Trello board. Make barriers to jump through with knights. You can jump through all the barriers, so I guess that's done. But I guess it should be make floor that jumps, that knight can't jump through. Yep. Oh, you're doing concept art for Queen, right?
Yep.
Is it concept art or is it like the art?
I'd say concept art. Could you make one? I think you can put it as done though.
Yeah.
And could I also get make character lineup, and could you just put that in progress?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Okay. Ugh, now it. Okay, I did the Git repository. Done. Paper design for puzzles. Should I put that in done? You made some yesterday.
I made some.
Keep it not started.
Yeah.
Like we'll do a lot more, but like.
Yeah.
Okay. Concept art environment. Ground. I didn't really make ground. So ground's the one that the knight can't go through. It's kind of the same one. Platforms you can fall through. Well, you can fall through it with the knight, I think, by pressing down, right? I think I might just do some refactoring. Prototype knight jumps in engine, that's done. Make thin ground to fall through. Okay, there's a bunch of ground related ones. Alright, this is okay, good. Yeah, let's see. What can I do to make this simpler? Probably just move things into helper functions. But I already did that somewhat. Okay. So this to do is done. Don't need to leave it in. So if you release the jump where you're no longer jumping, set velocity y to 0. I think that makes sense. If you're not special jumping. Okay, this is actually the movement. It's for walking. So this should be handle walk. Let's put this in there. And then let's double check it still works with all the different pieces. Doesn't. Oh, I forgot to call the function classic. So let's do gravity walking group those together and group the jumps together. Okay, so that's proof that it was handling the walk. So our regular jump works still. Our knight jump works. Our bishop jump works. Our rook jump works. And our queen jump works. Nice. Okay. That's looking good. Pretty excited about that. Now, I got distracted by Candace's cool, cute characters.
They're looking cutesy.
Very cutesy.
Very cutesy. Very demure.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of helper functions, which is kind of my only concern with this. Maybe.
I need you.
Okay.
I need your eyes.
Can I switch it to just your screen so that we can
Yes.
make it bigger and everyone can focus on that? Okay. We're ready. Cool.
In relation to these characters' size to each other, which one do you think any of them are too big compared to the other ones, or too small? Like, is the horse too big right now?
So relative to the pawn, I guess.
Relative to the
Or
pawn
any of them.
and each other. Like, whichever one, if you're like, the pawn's or the horse is too big compared to the bishop.
Okay. Let me think out loud while I look at this. So I think the horse is big enough for a pawn to ride it, which I think is good as far as horses go. Even though in our game, the pawn actually turns into an actual horse. It's not riding a horse. It's not a real horse. Or maybe it is. But then the horse also isn't that much bigger than the pawn. It's kind of like a mini horse. I like that. I think that's really funny.
Okay.
And cool. The bishop looks like it's the pawn dressed as a bishop, which is what we're going for, right? And I love that. That's cool. Let's skip the rook for now. And then the queen's the tallest one because queens are always tall. Your character's got a lot more power. I think it's not the same pattern as with the bishop where it's a goofy pawn dressed as a queen and the clothes doesn't fit. I think this is closer to the end of the game. You're like more competent. You're being, I think, looking like taller is cool.
Okay.
So I think I'm okay with that, even though it doesn't match it matches. It's different than the pattern with the bishop, but I think on purpose. I think that's okay. A rook is an actual castle wall, right, in the game? Kind of? Like in chess.
I think so, yeah.
So you'd imagine them being huge, but like the chess piece is the same size as like a knight. So we can do the same thing. It wouldn't make sense to have a massive actual wall with legs. It's not Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Right? Even though that might be an interesting source of inspiration. I like how it's not super tall. It's taller than the knight, taller than the pawn. That's how it is in regular chess. I like that.
Yeah. I just feel like the bishop head looks so small compared to the pawn.
And if the bishop's hat makes him really tall and then you can't get into things, or it's got like a floppy animation when it walks into stuff,
Yeah.
both would be interesting ways to do it. And yeah, an imposing figure for the queen is cool. Yeah, I like this. I don't see any big changes that I would make, because the only thing is, yeah, a rook. What is the rook? It's just a chess piece, and we're going with that. Like, it's not an actual part of the castle wall. It's a playable character that looks like a wall, and
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense in chess, and it doesn't make sense in our game either. Uh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
like it. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
And these all look awesome, by the way, which
Thank
I've been
you.
saying over and over again because it's true.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, it's so close between the knight and the bishop.
Oh yeah.
It might be the oh. It's too hard. Yeah, maybe
I
the
think mine's
bishop.
the horsey.
Maybe the
Okay.
horse. Yeah. The horse is cute. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want me to do next? Actually.
Okay, so every time I open this, let me go back to my screen.
Yeah.
So every time I open the game, if someone just tunes in to the stream,
Yeah.
they're gonna wonder what these Godot symbols are.
Okay.
And I would love to have, even if it's just placeholder art for the buttons. So just like a PNG with,
Do you mind if it's just these?
it could be just those. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. And then, yeah, once we're done with the placeholders, I saw a YouTube short, Pirate Software, saying not to use placeholders, but I think we're going to.
Why did he say not to use placeholders?
I think in one game he worked on, they were using placeholders for like loading screens or something, and the devs were annoyed that QA kept filing bug reports, and they're like, "It's not really a bug. It's not a bug. Don't do it." And then they actually accidentally launched with the placeholders in.
Okay.
But I think if you accidentally launch with it, it's not that bad. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But also,
Well, they
Yeah.
got used to ignoring the bug. Also, I don't think that's going to be a problem for us.
I don't think so. Yeah, if it's just those, that's fine. Eventually, I think we'll want to remember to have like the large transparent part of it, so that, like we talked about yesterday, so that I don't have to actually click the button. I can click. I'm in the middle of jumping. Oh, something's broken. Does this one not work? Oh, it's the bishop. I'm in the middle of jumping. I can click out this way, and then I don't have to hit the button exactly. But for now, it's okay.
Oh man, I keep on. Okay. I'll share these PNGs with you.
Sweet. Just on Google Drive?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you already got the pawn one. So I'll just do boop, 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 boop. Okay.
Oh, and then I'll also make them switch to, once you activate the bishop, it'll give you a bishop PNG. So like this,
Oh, okay,
the
cool.
player character will change, even though we don't have the animations for him yet. But I think that'll make it more obvious what we're trying to do here. I just gotta find the drive. What is happening? My mouse is...
I'm gonna watch a tutorial.
My mouse broken? someone hacking me.
You're being hacked?
No, just my mouse is moving weird. I think the wire was pulling on it,
Oh.
and then it like wasn't going where I thought it was going. Maybe I need a wireless mouse. Oh. What's this transition? Oh. Oops. Okay. Okay, I will. Oh. What are you doing here? Oh, you're watching a tutorial.
Yeah. When you're calling these animation files,
Mm-hmm.
it's just all in the code.
As opposed to what?
As opposed to, I guess, a more visual node based
Oh.
blend, like animation blend tree.
I mean, that's the only way I've done it. I don't know if there might be other ways.
Okay. I don't know if that was helpful for me. But oh well. I'll just give you a bunch of animations and we'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make them work. The way you described it, I think makes sense enough to me. I can figure that out. Okay, I was just downloading stuff off screen. Re-import assets, and then we should be able to make these. Oh, we might have to mess with the size. But okay. Basically, normal should be a pawn for this one. Do a quick load. It's the same as the player. Yeah, so the picture's too big. But we can switch that. Oh. Is it the scale?
Huh. I'm gonna be doing these animations in place, huh?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yes.
That's how it was for our Game Jam game, right?
Yes. I just need to. I'm just gonna duplicate it so I don't mess it up.
Smart. Why does it start at 3.8 scale? Okay. Oh, the horse is bigger. What's the scale of this thing? That's 1, okay. And this is 0.5. Okay, we'll just make these however big they need to be. At this level. So now it'll make more sense. And we'll make those hidden unless you press a button, I think. Oh, it doesn't switch back to pawn? It's funny. We'll make it work. Maybe 0.4? Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So I think we'll have hide buttons when not activated, and then pause everything when buttons visible. So the way I'm imagining it now is you do a jump. So these are invisible until I press like control or something, and then I can select one. And I want to be able to do that mid jump, so I press control. Buttons appear, but I don't fall until I click the button. So we're going to do that soon. Okay, we got all the buttons. That's already better. And then the other thing was transform character to other placeholders. I want to do that first, actually. The activated jump. So let's do that. So basically right now, I have the knight activated. This middle piece should be the knight. I have bishop activated, should be a bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of want to do that in a different script because the jump one is being very, very messy. What's our player script look like? Oh, and we should fix the one where it doesn't go to a pawn. The player script. That's the player script? Oh, that's funny. This one should have a pressed in jump interface. Not jump interface. Dang it. I keep doing the same thing. Player character. So we can switch back to the pawn jump. That's the part we're missing. Make sure that works. So we got the pawn jump, we'd use the rook jump. Now we can do the pawn jump again, which is just up and down. Cool. And let's put that on Git. So oh, it should be in the jump interface actually. So you just get the sprite 2D from here. We can replace all these get parents with player character. We don't need to call it over and over again. Not find parent, get parent. And then I just want the button to control the player sprite will be the parent's child. And then we should be able to switch the sprite to things in the resource folder, but I need to look up how to do that.
Okay. I have this folder for you.
Okay.
I've split up the animation for the jump for the pawn that I did into 4. I don't know if this is how you want it, but this is
yeah, that's what we talked about, right?
Yeah. So it's they're called jump on spot start. I want that to be first. I don't think it's gonna do that. Okay. Jump on spot start, jump on spot peak, jump on spot fall, and jump on spot land.
Okay.
Some of them only have 1 frame, and that's fine. It's just a looping 1 frame thingamajiggy.
That's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll make it work as well as I can, I guess. I'll probably have questions while I'm doing it. I should be able to start that after what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Which is changing the. It's all placeholder stuff that we're moving around, but it's okay.
Got the vote for queen. Character lineup. Can I put art for jump selection in done? Or do we want
Huh?
silhouettes for the jump selection art?
Oh. Well, you can put it done for now. We'll eventually want.
Better ones.
Well, we need like
Oh, right, the big buttons.
the
you're
big
talking about.
buttons, and they need to have like on like a pressed, highlighted, like mouse over,
Right.
all that stuff.
Well, maybe I'll just do that now then.
Okay. I think that adds a big. Like it makes it look way better right off the bat.
I'm a little for the buttons that I made you before, was it the whole like image size and not just the drawing part? Like the invisible part is also selectable. How do I make that part not a square?
Oh. Oh, you know what? I might have explained it badly. And it might not work the way I think it does. Because you gave me. Oh, that's a good
Like-
point. How can you have a PNG that's not a square?
Can I hang on, let me just try something. Canvas, crop and resize. Does it have, I don't think it has like a not rectangular setting.
Okay. Yeah. Then I guess in Gujo I'll have to do it.
Okay.
Custom button shape.
Well then, do you just want like the image, like the button shape small and not with a big transparency?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So basically, right now we have a texture button. What does it all have? Anchors. Yeah, so basically it just needs like oh, are they going to be disabled at the beginning or is it going to be
They should be like grayed out.
yeah, that's just that would be disabled. So grayed out wait, where's the textures? And then one for when it's pressed, one for when you're hovering over it, and one for when it's focused. I guess focus and hover can be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you want, like, you're just making simplified versions for the buttons?
I think just like stuff like this would be fine, right?
Yeah. That's totally fine, yeah. I was just thinking that if it doesn't work the way I thought it did, then I have to do extra work to figure out how to make the buttons the right shape.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something else you want to work on, that's okay too. It's not super high priority anymore because I have to do some a research task
Yeah.
to get it actually working.
Um.
But you can. It's fine. either way to me.
Okay. I'm gonna not do this right now.
Okay.
Actually, I will do this right now because I don't really know what else to do.
Okay.
And I can make the on like hover and on pressed versions.
Yeah. Because that will still add a lot. Even if I don't do the whole shape. I think it'll look really good. My song's distracting me because there's words in it. Play something else. Cool.
So my aunt and uncle are on evacuation notice right now from a wildfire.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hope they're all right.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just smoky. Okay, and the yen. Just set the texture. Let's just test it once with the bishop. Too few arguments. Texture's not declared. Oh, it's the player sprite dot texture.
Oh, they should definitely be in squares, huh? Do you think it should be like, this is the player pawn? Or the player character, and then like a grid shows up like this around them?
I like the idea. Oh, and there's 5. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a really nice way to do it, actually. And then the buttons should be easier, maybe. Probably. I'll just make them big rectangles of empty space.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Or I could give them some background on the button drawing as well.
What do you mean?
Like if this was the queen button, like the whole button could be the square.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's okay. I just meant like if I want it to extend into like the rest of the screen, then I can make the buttons really big. But I think if we just recommend people use a controller, then it doesn't really matter because it's only an issue if you're clicking with the mouse.
Yeah.
And the game pauses when you have to click it, so it's not like it's going to be hard to click it. You don't have to click it really fast or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to do that part. I thought it was just a nice quality of life improvement. But we can save that for if we really need it. So now if I click this, I turn to a bishop. Nice. That's funny though. Gonna have to work on some things. Okay. Looks like it puts their feet in the wrong place. And it has to get bigger for the... I think I'll leave that for now since once the animations are in, it'll be different. Okay. Now, back to Trello. Basically did that. Oh, implement jump. On jump in engine. Yeah, because we want to do that before doing all the other things.
Yeah.
Before doing the other jump animations, we'll make sure that we know how to put this one in.
Yeah.
Okay. So currently when you're a pawn, oh, you know what though? I do want to make these disappear because they're just adding distractions. Is that right if I do one thing first?
Yeah.
So we won't do this, we will do this. So right now, these buttons, these are buttons. They appear around you. But they should only appear around you when you're, I guess, holding control. Do you think that's a good button?
Actually, maybe like E?
No. Because you're using WASD. Or
Yeah.
which button? Which finger are you gonna use for E? What if you're
Uh,
like you? Oh, I guess you could alternate it. To me, it's awkward because if I'm walking right, I'm pressing D. I press E with the.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
you
maybe
don't
no. You're right. I'm actually
necessarily need
trying
to
it
be
now.
walking.
Because you're not walking. You're jumping. You can press E. Control's kind of out of the way. Pressing. Yeah, pressing E is not hard. You're right. Sorry for. You know,
Yeah.
disagreeing for no reason. So I'll call it jump pause. Or open jump UI. Opening jump UI is going to be E. And is it in here? This jump interface. Or on the character. We need like a button controller. Kind of makes sense to put in the jump interface. This controls the buttons already. Yes. Oh, this shouldn't be here. Oh, we have them already. What did I call it? Open jump UI. Visible or hidden? as a ball. It's the opposite now. Cool. Oh, does it? And then you gotta set it to false. Oh. Oh, the size is fine. It's just the collision box needs to change sizes when they change sizes. We'll do that. We'll do that when we do that. Okay. Oh. You know, it's not actually perfect. Should you have to hold E? Oh, you do. That's good.
You should have to hold E?
Yeah. You hold E to pause it, right? And to open the menu.
Yeah.
I'll make it pause later, but right now I like it. And then, yeah, let's do the jump. Jump in. Just gotta download your... Mm. So right now, they don't do anything. There's no animation when they jump. We want jump on spot start. Okay, so should start with, we'll need an animated sprite. Do you need an animated sprite or do we need animation player? I think animated sprite. Well, it's not looping. So we'll have a different animation that disappears, I guess. Okay, I like that. But then we only play it, so we need to find this. Yeah, let's find the documentation. And let's get it in code and then doesn't seem too hard here. Well, I think I've done it before. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to play the animation here. Well, you know, this will have to be pawn. Player character 2D animated sprite 2D is not real child. Why not? Should be. Oh, this is. Oh, okay. But get it from the parent. There. Should be better. Parent is this one, and then the child's this one. Okay, what's the problem? Get parents and all. Oh, maybe this has to be in the ready function. The parent's not ready yet for some reason. Okay. And then we'll just hide the other sprite. For now, we'll do it like this.
Be right back.
Cool. Then always turn it back on when the jump is done. If you're on the ground, I guess. Well, no. You'll disappear now.
I think it's playing at too low of a frame rate.
Okay. I think you're right. Go back to it. What was it intended to be at?
I
a
think it
second.
was playing at 12.
Okay, that's more than twice as fast. But that's just the first one.
Yeah, the second and third one shouldn't matter because they're just one frame.
Won't matter at all? Well, no, there's... Hold on. There's, that's the jump on spot start. And then peak, fall. Fall, how much? Oh, they all have one? All three of them? Oh, jump on spot land doesn't have anything?
Land should have 3 frames.
Let me
think.
check. It's empty on
On the drive?
Drive, yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm uploading them now.
Yeah, thanks. And then so remind me, so now when the first animation ends, the next one automatically starts?
Um,
And then or does the next one start when you start moving down? Or something?
I guess ideally, there's like an animation for pushing off the ground, and it stays in this like sort of stretched pose up until it hits the peak and it stops moving upward, and that's when it hits the peak animation. And then it should go into the fall once it starts descending again, and then once it hits the ground, that's when it should play at the land. So I guess maybe maybe it also needs an animation after, or just a frame after the start. Does that make sense? We also don't need to do that today.
Okay. So let's look at how the jump's implemented.
Uh-huh.
The default jump. It just changes the velocity of the jump of the player. And then gravity eventually starts affecting it to make it go down.
Yeah.
Right? So we add the first animation, which is the stretched out to get to the top. And we want that to match it getting to the top. So we just make sure that it's running at a frame rate that the animation's finished once it gets to the top. And we change the velocity by the exact right amount so that the velocity is changed once it's getting to the top. Right? I don't see how that's different than do the animation all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
And then time
Oh.
it so that the jump's done when the animation's done.
The difference being that ideally, like, you shouldn't need to match it. Like, you should be able to jump as high as you want, or as low as you want, or fall from a great height.
Okay. So currently the pawn can't jump as high as they want, though. It's just specific.
Okay, for the
Height.
jump start, I guess. Okay, well then, I guess,
Oh, but that makes sense for the bishop, right? Because if I turn into a bishop... Oh. Then I can... Oh, I see. So this is one animation until I stop, and then it switches to another animation.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're right for the pawn, though. Maybe the jump start and the peak don't need to be separate.
Okay, I see that now. But, so my question is the pawn... is this what we want for a pawn jump? Just a basic jump?
Yeah, and eventually they will get a double jump.
Okay.
Oh, what do you already have?
Well, I have quadruple.
Could you make the jump go higher?
We can. But that's the other thing is that if this jump can go as high as it wants, then what happens when the animation's done? Like the first part of the animation. The I'm going up animation. Okay. Forget that question. Does it make sense if we're having the pawn jump exactly like this? Should it all be in one animation?
Like the jump, fall,
Yeah.
land, everything?
Yeah.
Only if we want to have a unique fall loop, like from any distance.
Oh, that's the problem. I see. So if I go on top of here,
And then you just...
and then I'm falling, the fall animation won't keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, so the way that you did this, they're supposed to be looped animations.
The peak and the fall loop. Yeah. In the fall.
The peak or the like
so,
this
the
on
way that...
start?
Sorry, what?
Peak has one frame. So how
Yeah.
does it? Oh, and then it just loops like that.
It's just...
Oh, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So the fall and the peak are both just one frame. And they loop for now. I might make them more complicated later. But I figure for right now, one frame is fine.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I think having it broken up for the pawn still makes sense, right? Because you need the pawn to be able to fall and not look stupid. So
Yeah.
if we are falling, we want it to do the peak, squish himself the whole time.
No, we want him to play
The fall, sorry, which is, sorry. And is there a case where the peak gets played on loop for the pawn?
So typically when implementing a jump, you'd have a peak loop just because sometimes you don't know how much hang time you're going to have up top.
Okay.
Before you start descending.
Okay, cool.
But we don't need to have a peak animation if that doesn't make sense.
We can. I just didn't understand why it would. But I guess maybe if there's like a force applied to you and you're still up there.
Can I come over and try something?
I only put one animation in so far. Yeah, you can come.
Yeah. So my only thing right now is, could I exit that?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the animations?
So you can see them here, or they're in here.
This is the jump. Yes. I want to just delete this frame and see how it looks.
But, okay. You can.
Yes.
Okay. But it's just the start, right? Still?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then it'll have a different one for fall.
Yeah.
And peak. It'll do peak and then it'll do fall.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that took me a long time to understand. I think I understand now.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put the rest in.
Yeah. So I guess just in general, splitting up the animation as much as possible gives you more freedom to have it in a bunch of different situations and not have to match the height to my animation and stuff like that. So it should be good for you. This is supposed to be for you.
Okay.
And then maybe when it lands, it should go back to the idle pose.
Yeah, well.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
By the way, I never put the potatoes away.
Good. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some right now.
Okay,
Thank you.
welcome.
I'll be right back. I'll switch it to your screen, if that's okay.
Okay, I'm just making buttons.
Okay. Well, I'm just getting potatoes, so I think that's better what you're doing.
Ba ba ba. Should it just be these colors? Trying to find good board game colors. Yeah, let's try these. Sheesh. Why is it so hard?